Hello everyone. Today I'm doing some movie reviews of movies I like. And the first one is Religulous with Bill Meyer. And on the back cover you see it is hilarious, outrageous, of course religulous is synonymous with injurious, ridiculous, and incredulous. And this movie is a comic documentary, I guess we call it, with Bill Meyer. Bill Meyer is an American comedian, stand-up comic. And this movie, therefore, I don't know if it would be available in Australia, New Zealand, Britain, or in Europe, but in any event, it is about religion, organized religion. So, if you happen to be a religious Christian, you may want to skip this film because it is, well, highly critical of organized religion. What he does, he interviews various religious people, primarily Christians and primarily Protestant actually, and some ministers and the like. I think there's one or two rabbis and one or two Muslim clerics, whatever they're called. And what he does, he asks them questions. And the questions kind of will move them into a corner that they find difficult really to cope with, because he's very good at asking unfortunate questions, shall we say. And at the end of the film, actually, is something I like. He gives a monologue, a little speech about organized religion and his obvious contempt for it. And I thought it was quite good, actually. I'll read a few lines here and there from the final speech, final thing that he gives. The plain fact is, religion must die for mankind to live. Faith means making a virtue out of non-thinking. I like that one. Religion is dangerous because it allows human beings that don't have all the answers to think they do. Okay, the only inappropriate attitude for a man to have about the big questions of life is not the arrogant servitude that is the hallmark of religion, but doubt. I actually agree with that. I agree with that very much, in fact. I remember being told over and over again when I was questioning different things about the other side and spirituality and stuff like that, that it is a mystery. And I think it is. There is a veil between this world and the next world, and it is really a mystery. Now, we can try and penetrate and visit on a short trip through astral travel and shamanic journeying, and we can get a glimpse, and we can even get important information that can be meaningful in our spiritual development. But we can never really understand the other side because we have only this physical brain. Okay, even granted with the holographic universe in that book, which I like, where states that thinking may take place outside the brain. Okay. Nevertheless, we have a physical brain, and we can only process a limited amount of information. We cannot possibly understand the other side. We can understand some aspects of it, but we can't understand it really. When we are dead and we're over on the other side, then everything will be aha. But until then, we are struggling with crumbs, I think. Maybe important crumbs for us to know, but crumbs. Okay, one more on this. Those that consider themselves only moderately religious must look into the mirror and realize that the comfort that religious brings you actually comes at a terrible cost. Okay, here are some other movies actually that I bought. This one, Religulous, is from the local library. Okay. If you don't visit your library to look at videos, then you may want to try. Some have fairly good collections, and you can even put them on reserve. Okay, one movie I bought is a movie that is very dear to my heart, and that is Harold and Maude. This is a movie from the early 1970s. It came onto the market at a period of time when I was leaving a very claustrophobic religion. And this movie symbolized for me, made me aware of, it kind of opened things up. It's hard to explain, but this movie really was important to me. I think it's really good. It's funny. And it holds up, by the way. It holds up, even though it's an old movie. And movies during the 1960s are always, I find interesting because it was a significant part in my life. And there are two movies that I think are especially good. One is Berkeley. Berkeley depicts the era very well, and it is basically about a relationship primarily centered on this guy who is a student at Berkeley, and it's really quite good. I really like that. Another movie which I think is absolutely spectacular is Across the Universe. Again, it's another couple, and it is, if they use the songs of the Beatles, and it's woven in to the movie perfectly. It is very well done, just beautifully well done. And these guys that are in the movie, the actors, I guess actresses, although I think that's an old term now, who knows, actors, whatever, are absolutely spectacular. Here's the cover of it. Yep. Yeah. This has been a fairly popular movie. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend it. Unless you really hate the Beatles. I mean, if you hate the Beatles, I mean, just be quiet. Okay, so anyway, that is it for now. And I wish to bid you all bye-bye.